Hello students, today we are going to study about paper 4 Poetry and Drama Victorian to Modern. In this we will study about unit 4 Waiting for Godot written by Samuel Beckett. Samuel Beckett was an Irish novelist, playwright, short story writer, theatre director, poet and literary translator. A resident of Paris for the most of his adult life, he wrote in both French and English. Beckett's work offers a bleak, tragicomic outlook on existence and experience, often coupled with black comedy, nonsense, and glaucous humor. It became increasingly minimalist in his later career, involving more aesthetic and linguistic experimentation. He considered one of the last modernist writer and one of the key figure in what Martin Aeschylus called the theater of the absurd. His best known work in 1953 play Writing for Godot. Beckett was awarded the 1969 Nobel Prize in Literature for his writing, which in new forms for the novel and drama. In the destitution of the modern man acquires its evaluation. He was elected Soi of Osdana in 1984. Early life and education. Samuel Beckett was born in Dublin on Good Friday, 13th April 1906, to William Frank Beckett, a quantity survivor and the descendant of Huguenots, and Marion Jones, a nurse, when both were 35. They had married in 1901. Beckett has one older brother, Frank Edward Beckett. At the age of 5, Beckett attended a local play school in Dublin, where he started to learn music and then moved to Alsford House of School in Dublin city centre near Harcourt Street. The Beckett were members of Anglican Church of Ireland. The family home, Coolrenard in the Dublin suburb of the Fox Rock, was a large house and garden complete with tennis court built in 1903 by Samuel's father William. The house and the garden, together with the surrounding countryside, where he often went walking with his father, the nearby Leopard Town racecourse, the Fox Rock railway station, and the Harcourt Street station at the city terminus of the line, all feature in his prose and plays. In 1919 and 1920, Beckett went to Portora Royal School in Enniskillen, County Fermanagh, which Oscar Wilde has also attended. He left 3 years later in 1923 and entered Trinity College, Dublin, where he studied modern literature. A natural athlete, Beckett excelled in the cricket as a left-handed batsman and a left-arm medium-pace bowler. Later, he was to school for the Dublin University and played 2 first-class games against Northamptonshire. As a result, he became the only Nobel Literature laureate to have played first-class cricketer. Early writing. Beckett studied French, Italian, and English at Trinity College, Dublin from 1923 to 1927. He was elected a school scholar in modern language in 1926. Beckett graduated with a BA and after teaching briefly at Campbell College in Belfast, took up the most of the lecture Q. Anglais at the Ecole Normale Supérieure in the Paris from November 1928 to 1930. While there, he was introduced to renowned Irish author James Joyce by Thomas McGree, a poet and a close confidant of the Beckett who also worked there. This meeting had a profound effect on the young man. Beckett assisted Joyce in various ways, one of which was research towards the book that became Finnegan's Wake. In 1929, Beckett published his first work, a critical essay entitled Dante Bruno Vico Joyce. The essay defined Joyce's works and method chiefly from allegations of the wanton obscurity and dimness, and was Beckett's contribution to our exclamation round his festification for inclination of the work in progress. Beckett's close relationship with Joyce and his family cooled, however, when he rejected the advance of Joyce's daughter Lucia, owing to her processing. Beckett's first short story, Assumption, was published in Zola's periodical Transitions. The next year, he won a small literary prize for his hastily composed poem, Horoscope, which draws on a biography of Rin that Beckett happened to be reading when he was encouraged to submit. In 1930, Beckett returned to Trinity College as a lecturer. In November 1930, he presented a paper in French to the Modern Language Society of Trinity on the Holson's poet Jean Duchas, founder of a movement called Lee Concentrism. It was literacy parodied, for the Beckett had in fact invented the poet and his movement that claimed to be at odds with all that is clear and distinct in Descartes. Beckett later instated that he had not intended to fool his audience. When Beckett resigned from Trinity at the end of the 1931, his briefly academic career was at end. He commemorated with it when the poem Groan, which was inspired by his reading of Jones and eventually published in Dublin magazine in 1934. Beckett traveled throughout Europe. He spent some time in London, where in 1931 he broadcast his critical study of French author Marcel Proust. 2 years later, following his father's death, he began 2 years treatment with Tavistock Clinic by Dr. Wickfield Beyond. Aspects of become evident in Beckett's later work, such as What and Waiting for Godot. In 1932, he wrote his first novel, Dream Fair to Middling Woman, but after rejection from the publisher, decided to abandon it. Despite his inability to get it published, however, the novel served as a source for many of the Beckett early poems, as well as for his first full-length book, the 1933 short story collection More Pricks Than Kicks. Beckett published essays and reviews including recent Irish poetry and Humanity Quietism, a review of his friend Thomas Marguerite poems. They focused on the work of Marguerite Brain Coffey, Daniel Deville, and despite their splendor achievement at the time, comparing them favorably with their Celtic revival contemporaries and evolving Eric Brown, T.S. Eliot, and the French symbolists as their in describing these poems as forming the nucleus of a living poetic in Ireland, Beckett was tracing the outlines of the Irish poetic modernist canon. In 1935, the year that he successfully published a book of his poetry, Echo Bones and Other. In May, he wrote a Magri that he had been reading about film and wished to go to Moscow to study his Surgeon Institute of Cinematography. In mid 1936, he wrote a Estonian to offer himself as their apprentice. Nothing came to this, however, as Beckett later was lost owing to Eastern quarantine during the smallpox outbreak, as well as his focus on the script rewrite of his postponed film production. In 1936, a friend had suggested he look up the work of Arlon, which Beckett did, and he took many notes. The philosopher's name is mentioned in the Morphine, and reading apparently left a strong impression. Morphine was finished in 1936, and Beckett departed for extensive travel around Germany, during which time he filed several notebooks with list of noteworthy artwork that he had seen and noted his distaste for the Nazi that was overtaking the country. Returning to England briefly in 1937, he overhauled the publication of Morphy, which he translated into French the following year. He fell out with his mother, which contributed to the decision to settle permanently in Paris. Beckett remaining in Paris following the outbreak of the World War II in 1939, preferring in his own words, France at war, Ireland at peace. His was soon a known face in and around left bank caves. Sometime around December 1937, Beckett had a brief affair of Peggy, who nicknamed his Oblomov after the character in Ivan novel. In January 1938 in Paris, Beckett was stabbed in chest and nearly killed when he refused the solicitation of the notorious pimp. Beckett is the most famous for his play In Attendant Godot, Waiting for Godot, 1953, like of the most his work after 1947. The play was first written in French. Beckett worked on the play between October 1948 and January 1949. His partner Suzanne was integral to its success. His agent and sent the manuscripts to the multiple producers until they meet Roger Blinn, the soon to be director of the play. Beckett translated all his works in English himself, with the exception of Malone, for which he collaborated his Patrick Bowles. The success of Waiting for Godot opened up a career in the theatre for its author. Beckett went to write successful full-length plays, including Finn the Party, Happy Days. Beckett received the International Publisher for Merton Prize in the recognition of his work, which he shared that year with George Louis Borges. Later, Life and Death, 1960, were a time of chance for the Beckett, both on the personal level and a writer. 1961, he married Suzanne in a secret civil ceremony in England. The success of his play led to the invitation to attend rehearsal and production around the world, leading eventually to a new career as a theatre director. 1957, he has his first commission from the BBC third program for a radio, All the Fall. He continued writing for the radio and extended his scope to include cinema and television. For 1950 later, until his death, Beckett had a relationship with Barbara Bray, a widow who worked as a script editor for the BBC. In October 1969, while on the holiday in Twins with Suzanne, Beckett heard that he had won the Nobel Prize for Literature. Anticipating for her internal private husband would be saddled with fame from that moment on, Suzanne called the award a catastrophe, which Beckett did not devote much time to interviews. He sometimes met the artists, scholars, and admirers who sought him out of his enormous lobby of the Hotel PM's Saint Jacqueline's in Paris near his home. Suzanne died on 17th July 1989, confined a nursing home and suffering from the emphysema and possibly Parkinson's disease. Beckett died on 22 December. The two were inherited together in the cemetery in Paris and share a simple granite gravestones that follows Beckett's directive that it should be any color so long as it gray. His work Beckett's career as a writer can be roughly divided into three parts. His early works up until the end of the World War II in 1945, his middle period stretching from 1945 until the early 1960s, during which he wrote was probably his best known work, and his late period from the early 1960s until Beckett Death in 1989, during which his work tended to become shorter and his style more minimalist. Later, we will study about his legacy. Legacy. Samuel Beckett depicted on erection commemorative coin celebrating the 100th anniversary of his birth. All the English language modernist Beckett works presents the most sustained attack on the realist tradition. He opened up the possibility of the theatre and fictions that dispense with conventional plot and unities of time, places to focus on essential component of the human condition. He had a wider influence on experimental writing since the 1950s, from the Beat generations to the happening of the 1960s and after. And Irish content, he had exerted great influence on the poets such as Dirk Mohan Thomas, as well as writers like Trevor Joyce, Catherine Bloch, who proclaimed their adhere to the modernist tradition as an alternative to the dominant realistic mainstreams. Now we will study about the honor in the awards. In 1969, he was awarded with the Nobel Prize for Literature. In 2016, the house that Beckett lived in 1934, 48 Paulston Square, Chesla, London, has received an English Heritage Blue Plaque.